Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included, everyone's favorite space colony management game. Well, how's everyone doing today? It's a new day, and we're back, and we're building all the things. Last episode, it's nice to see that our Steam system is coming online. Look at this, our first little chunks of power coming out of our metal refinery, and this is great. So we're starting to recycle our heat here for power purposes as well, so that's super handy. All right, well, we'll keep an eyeball on that, and we were able to get some other things up and running in regards to like moving our O2 cooling over to these aqua tuners, which is perfect. Still left to do in this area is that we need to start filling the cooling loop for the base itself. So let's go ahead and open that up. We'll get things flowing here. We want to get some polluted water in here, I think, is what we'll do. And then we can run it. I don't think it really matters, honestly, but we can run it a little bit colder if we really wanted to. I can't imagine we're gonna cool the base to 0 degrees, but you know what? Who knows? Maybe we will. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. That is something we'll have to figure out going forward. Side note, where are they bringing this polluted water from? Where did they're bringing these bottles in from somewhere. Are they just laying around on the ground, or we actually have a pump somewhere? I wonder if we have they must just be laying around on the ground. And we have like some pretty big sweep jobs going on, it looks like, as well. Cool. All right, well, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and clean up all this pipe. We'll get this all taken out of here. And we'll let them keep sweeping all these different like locations up here. This is wonderful. While we're waiting, I just want to keep an eyeball on this. So this is what? Polluted water. Is it sitting in the bridge? Is that what's going on right now? No, it's just sitting inside the liquid reservoir. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. For us to finish this, we're going to have to dig out this little section over here so that we can get in here and do a little bit of work on the wall. So I think what I'm gonna do is we'll just dig straight up, and let's just go ahead and put a little bit of scaffolding in here. Hopefully they can finish this. Awesome. All right, cool. Well, nice. I mean, guys, we're actually in pretty good shape here. We're getting to the point where like all of our, oh wow, that's a lot of polluted water. Where did they get a bottle that big? Where are they bringing this in from? Am I missing something entirely? Like, how are they getting this polluted? How are they getting this? I don't know where they're getting it from, but hey, you know what? I'm not gonna complain. All right, we're gonna need quite a bit though. So let's see if we can't get this wall put in, and we can close the pipe on the loop here, and then we can start looping this thing around. What are we running this temperature at? So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the base temperature. Oops. We're gonna set the base temperature to 20 degrees. If it is above 20 degrees, then we want to turn the valve on, is what we want. Yeah, okay. All right, so if it's above 20 degrees, send it up to cooling. We'll cool it down. And yeah, they're bringing in full bottles of polluted water. Where the heck are they getting this from? We must just have like big bottles of polluted water laying around. I mean, we have, we do have a pump. Oh, we have a pump right here. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Well, how quickly we have forgotten. Cool. All right, well, that makes things easy. Well, great. We'll let them work on this. And I'm really interested that they keep taking it to the one on the right, not the one on the left. What's so special about this one? Well, you know what? Let's not complain about it. Let's just let them do it. All right, cool. Well, we'll let this fill up, and then we'll let this get put in. Cool. Well, I mean, honestly, we're kind of to the point now where we can start working on some other things. Should we? Let's see here. What can we do? We could start working on like formalizing our ranching operation that we kind of like. We've done a lot of the groundwork for. We've gotten it all ready to go. We're not actually grooming anybody, and we're not actually trying up here. We're just letting them be wild. suppose we could continue to let them be wild. We also have, look at all these hatches, oh my god. Let's wrangle these. Let's put the sage hatches with the sage hatches, okay? We'll get those all moved up here. We still don't have any stone hatches, but that's okay. You know, we'll get them when the time comes. And I suppose we could start grooming these guys. Should we? Did we put in all of the shipping rail? We have not. Okay, so this shipping rail is going to serve two purposes. One, this is going to serve as the shipping rail for coal. It's going to go to our power generators. Splendid. And we'll go ahead and queue this up. We'll let them work on that. We also, we're gonna just run it like this. Let's try to keep it as close to the power as possible. There's something about this that I feel like we're gonna be running conveyor rails all over this map. So let's try to keep it off of this wall if possible, in case we decide to run like conveyor rails for food or, I don't know, other nefarious purposes. So we'll let them work on that. That's cool. And then the other thing we want to do, side note, let's cancel just like a segment of this real quick. The other thing that we want to do is we're going to want to run a conveyor rail. I'm going to put a bridge here. We're just going to split this evenly, I think, is what I'm going to do. And we're going to stick a bridge here because what we want to do is we want to run coal up here. And we want this coal to serve its purpose in feeding kilns coal, so that we can make refined carbon for steel and whatever else we want. So I'll just stick it here for right now. I think that's fine, and they can just boom, fill that thing up, and we'll go. And then all the rest can go into coal power. Eventually, this is just gonna back up anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. Also, let's go ahead and kind of like finish a little bit of this, huh? We have some big cleaning jobs we want done. We have a rogue dig job that we need done as well. And how much CO2 is in here? So we have a fair amount of CO2 because, yeah, we haven't hooked up our CO2 storage system yet, but that's okay. That's fine. And I think what we'll do, because we can, is we'll just stick in some airflow tiles here. We'll let the air circulate in here, right? As a matter of fact, change this idea. Let's make these mesh tiles, shall we? Because we're gonna have things dropping water in here at some point. So let's go ahead and swap these out real quick. We're probably gonna, if we're honest with ourselves, I know I'm gonna redo this, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's just put it in so that way things move around a little bit and are not so landlocked. Nice. All right, great. That's looking good. So now, what are we gonna say here? So we wanna say if it is below 10 kilograms, but we don't want it below 10 kilograms. A coal generator consumes, converts coal. It doesn't say how much it consumes. How much is in this thing? 298 kilograms, but that's because it's disabled, right? So duplicates aren't able to actually load it up anymore. What does it fill? What does it fill? It looks like what, 300 kilograms, I'm guessing? Or sorry, 600 kilograms maybe? So 600 times 6 is 3,600. So we'll say if this is below 4,000 kilograms, open this up. All right, so then when the coal comes in on the line, it should just put enough to keep all of these up and running. We'll let the rest back up, and then we don't have to worry about this. And then we can take these storage bins out too. We don't need this coal storage in here. Maybe what we could do, you know what we could do? We could put a conveyor loader over here with duplicant access on it and just let duplicants chuck coal into it. Maybe we'll allow this to allow manual use as well. You know, and then duplicates, if they find coal laying around, they can stick it in here. Otherwise, all the coal's gonna end up in storage, right? And that's, I don't know. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll set these up to allow coal and allow manual use. That way, anybody can come in here, chuck some coal in. Oh, but that's actually bad, right? So actually, no, let's not do that. Because if we don't set these to sweep only, then duplicates are gonna just go run around and pick up coal, including the coal that's in the power generator room, which we do not want, and then start delivering it places. Okay, well, how else can we do this? How else can we do this so that it's not like a pain in the butt? Or we just don't deal with it. Maybe what we'll do is I'll just stick like a loader over here. I'm gonna have to give it power, aren't I? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll stick a power. We'll stick a loader here. We'll backflow. How much power is on this? Okay, that's fine. We'll backflow this, and then what we'll do is we're just gonna send it and put a shipping rail into here, and what we'll say is prioritize this stuff. So let's put a bridge in and make sure anything coming in off of this rail is prioritized over everything coming in from the hatch farm. There we go. That works for me. And then this should stay relatively free. And then all these can go away. You know, we can just like chuck those up there. I like this. This is nice. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to get this built now. And then we can deconstruct these bins that are over here. I like this. Very cool. All right, while we're waiting for that other stuff to get done too, let's go ahead and start thinking about putting in some natural gas generators. You know, the funny thing is I know I'm gonna have to take all this apart because we don't have gold. But we'll go ahead and put these in here. It's gonna get probably a little warm in here at some point. But that's okay. We'll get those up and running and ready to be built. Okay, and what do we want to say here? Sweep, allow manual use, and we want a consumable ore. We want coal. Okay, excellent. So now, I can sweep these guys up, and we're good to go. Sweet. All right, man, this is wonderful. How much water or fluid do we have in this tank now? We have a fair amount, and it looks like we have fluid flowing in the cooling loop. Aha, look at this. Our base cooling is more or less complete. Is it actually working right now? Oh, look at this. It's already working. All right, it's gonna take some time to get all of this out of the walls. We have a fair amount of heat in here, but it's gonna do what we want. It's gonna take some time, but that's okay. That is a-okay. You know, especially this stuff in here where it's gotta like pull all this 27-degree heat out of these metal tiles and stuff like that. But that's okay. That's all right. Oh, this is wonderful. All right, so do we actually want anything else in here? We have what? We'll let it fill up so it gets into the yellow. And then we're going to, oh, actually, I don't think it's gonna be able to, is it? Maybe. Let's disable this for just a minute. Disable this for a little bit so we can get some more fluid in this pipe. Let's make sure that we get a little bit more polluted water in. We want to fill it up, the tank up to at least the yellow mark. Then we have like a nice buffer in here, right? We have temperature that's being held at a certain temperature. Any new cooled stuff can come in, it'll blend in the tank, rebalance the temperature out to what we want. And then we should have like a nice stable mass of cold polluted water that can act as our coolant for the entire base. All right, perfect, actually, this is great. So I think that's it. I think that's the last bottle that we're gonna bring in the base. This last one that's coming down right now. So we'll let this come in, and then we'll go ahead and turn our cooling loop back on, and it can continue to pull all the heat out of the walls of the base, and we can normalize the internal temperature of our base to, you know, like roughly 20 degrees, right? I think that sounds good. Which means, we can finally delete all this It's a Christmas miracle. All right, let's get this out of here. We'll clean all this garbage up as well. What else is in here? We have some power related things we can deconstruct finally. And all of these guys, nice. All right, sweet. So that can get done. Huh. It's amazing. Oh no, where did our sage hatches go? Wait, why are they here and not over here? What is this set to? Is this set to sage hatches? Already 6. What is going on here? All right, we're gonna have to figure that out. So, we didn't murder our sage hatches, did we? We might have. We might have accidentally murdered them. What is this set to down here in the kill box room? Set to a 5. Okay. Let's see what he does. Let's see what our rancher does with this. Marine's on the job. Let's see what happens to this little sage hatch. Is it actually gonna end up where we want it to be? Come on, somebody. Actually, wrangle this one too while you're at it. Okay, it's in the bag. It's going out the door. Oh, we gotta put that tile in. And, okay, it's going into the sage hatch room. Well, that's weird. I wonder what happened there. All right, let's go ahead and configure these. What is it, 6 or 8? I don't remember. It might be 8. It might be 6. Let's cram them all in here. Let's put this tile in, by the way. I just saw that. That last little snippet can get put in. And then it looks like we have one piece of insulated tile we need to put in over here as well. So let's see if we can't get that completed. Cool. Okay. So, if we're gonna do this, what do we want to feed these guys? Regular hatches, they eat just like basic like sandstone and stuff like that, right? So we could just feed them sandstone. I think that's okay. What else could we feed them? Anything of interest in here? No. The sage hatches, that's all right. And then let's go ahead and enable this building. So we'll start grooming the regular hatches. I think that's okay. All right, sweet. So now that that's done, let's turn our attention back over to here. The one thing that we haven't done on this side of things is that we want to put in some auto sweepers over here. I hate to put all this in because I know I'm pretty much immediately going to replace all of it. How much gold do we have? We have 100 kilograms. How much, what's going on in here? We have plenty of gold amalgam. All we need is somebody to make it. So it's not a priority, but wait, is the automation on? Yeah, okay, so it's on. I think just there's other priorities going on right now. That's okay. Nice. Oh, and then, by the way, somebody in the comment section was saying that this isn't hooked up. Yeah, we intentionally haven't hooked this Atmosphere dock up. We built it, but we intentionally haven't hooked it up yet. And I don't know. I forget why that is. I think it's because we have too much power on this power line, and we're waiting to actually like hook in some stuff here. Plus, we don't really need it. That's the other thing. Okay, sweet. So let's go ahead and dig this out. We can finish up our infinite storage for the CO2 that we have here. And I'm just gonna dig out a little bit of this since we can. We're gonna have to come in here too and soup all this out. Man, there's a lot of debris in here, isn't there? Yeah, lots of stuff there. So that can all get done. What else? Man, this is great. Let's hurry up and get all these like deconstruction jobs done. You know what I mean? Like all that can get taken out. We're hammering out steel like no tomorrow. What should we have? We have 3,000 kilograms almost. Which is pretty good. We kind of don't need steel right now, so we could deprioritize that a little bit. Although I'm tempted just to we'll just let these smart storage bins fill up, you know? And then let's go ahead. Interesting. We need to put in auto supers up here at some point so that duplicants aren't manually doing those jobs that they're just doing right now. What is this? Why are we smashing this out? This is super high priority. Okay. Okay, all the things. These aren't even, these aren't configured to use any of this stuff, so that's fine. This is 7. Cool. All right, great, man. This is wonderful. Anything else? Oh goodness. Okay, so we have this water line we're gonna have to deal with. What are we gonna do with this water? Yeah. How about this? Let's get. Oh, okay. We just need them to take this, put this plumbing in, and put this conveyor rail in, or take the plumbing out. Sorry. Yeah, we really want them to make this gold for us, if that's possible. Okay. What were we doing? We were over here somewhere. Okay, so in this case, that's all right. We'll replace this stuff with iron until we get, you know, we'll set this up so that they're using iron supers for now, and then we'll come back in and we'll replace these. That's not too big of a deal, you know. They can hold their own for a little bit. Okay, and then it looks like we forgot a critical step here. Let's go ahead and put the bridge in to hook it up to the power. They can build all this out. And then all these cleaning jobs. I might do that off stream, but maybe we'll do the cleaning jobs off stream or off video, so that way, you know, our duplicates are focusing on the tasks that we want them to do while we're recording anyway. I'll have to do like a really big sweep job to get everything in alignment. But everything looks really good though. I mean, look, we got all this swept out. The base is coming along quite nice actually. I'm pretty happy with this. I might lower the fish tank down to the bottom, you know? All right, are we actually putting food in here? No. So what's going on, by the way? Is there actually just coal sitting in these? I would expect these hatches to be pooping, by the way. You know, I would expect them to be pooping by now. Maybe the oh, there is coal just floating here. Okay, that's fine. It's just sitting on the conveyor rail because it's waiting for a place to be taken to. All right. Cool. All right. Well, let's actually like find something to do. We have. I'm ruined. Ruined by an old coworker of mine who would have called me out for saying doo-doo just now. Okay. We are prepping natural gas. All right. So at the end of our stream the other day, we were talking about how we're going to be doing our infinite storages, right? So are we going to do a vertical infinite gas storage? I mean, they don't have to all be right next to each other, although it sure does make things very convenient, doesn't it? Like, we could put the natural gas one right here, but we still need to run a pipe for natural gas, not only to the generators, but we need to run it to the food production facilities. But we could make that an afterthought, right? We could have a bridge here and then run I don't know, a natural gas line into the base, specifically for cooking purposes. I mean, it might not be, I don't know, we don't normally do it. We never make vertical ones. So maybe we should try to figure this out. I don't think I've ever made a vertical one, come to think of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's try to make one. Let's see how this is gonna work, because we'll need to put like the gas filtration system over here, right? We're gonna filter in all the gases that we want and where we want it to go. We're not gonna set up hydrogen infinite storage because we already have it. What other things would we want to store? CO2, natural gas, chlorine, probably, I don't, really, those are the big ones, right? I think that's really about it. CO2, natural gas, chlorine is the only one that we don't have that's kind of outstanding at the moment. Anything else? Yeah. Okay. We'll cross those bridges when we get there. Maybe like sour gas later. I don't know. We'll have to figure out what we want. So that being said, I think we'll put all other gas storages. Oops. All other gas storages. Look at this little squeaky puff egg right here. We'll put all the other gas storages like up in here, right? That way, if we want to do something else next to our power system over in this area for some reason, we have this horizontal space, and then we'll check all the rest up here. So if this is going to be a corridor, then 1, 2, 3, 4 hallway. Yeah, we'll make like a little running area here. Okay, and then see, this is so much easier when it's horizontal because then we don't need to worry about ladders or stuff like that when building this. Oh well, we can deal with it. So then that means that maybe something like this would be for chlorine. We'll put chlorine here, and then we'll call it. We'll just build what we need for now, and then if we want to add some extra ones in here, we can do it. We'll just vent everything else out. Okay, that works for me. And then let's go ahead and just do this up then. Get all this dug out. We're gonna need a couple of ladders to get up and down around here. And then, yeah, that's cool. So natural gas could be a little warm, right? This is 150 degrees over here. So let's make sure that the pumps that we're putting in here minimally are gold amalgam. Let's make sure that that's the case. And we'll do the same for the chlorine. Honestly, I'm tempted to say, let's just be careful. As a matter of fact, let's just take all this. Let's take these out now. We're gonna swap these out. We're just gonna make them steel. Now that we have steel, now that we're in the age of steel, where all things steel rule the world, we'll go ahead and do that up. Okay, well, let's get all this put in. That's a bit aggressive, but that's okay. Okay. This is looking good. The big thing is we really want to, I want to get this one up and running because I want to turn this natural gas generator on and start pumping this natural gas out of this little area here and get it into storage so that we can capitalize on the geyser. And then we can also vent all of this stuff out of here and get it out of here. Even this chlorine can come out as well. And we can clean this hot mess up real quick. And then we take the airlock out and dig out around it, and all this stuff can kind of move on. You know, I think overall, like, that's gonna come together quite nicely. All right, sweet. What other big projects do we have going on here? I think that's most of it. We have a lot of sweeping we need to do. I'm really tempted too. Should we just take all these algae distillers out? We don't need these anymore, right? Here, let's just, you know what I'm gonna do is let's just disable them. we're never gonna use these again. You know, we're pretty self-sufficient at this point. Here, let's even disable this coal generator. You know, like none of this needs to be hooked up. Oh, this is actually running over here. Oh goodness, I'm glad I saw this. So let's fix this real fast. Ho ho ho, that could have been bad. Okay, we need some power lines put in here for our emergency gas remediation system that we put in. And then we're gonna take all these power lines out as well. Okay, so they can do that. That's wonderful. Anything else? Man, we're moving here. So the next thing that we kind of need to think about a little bit is just how we're going to be doing the gas sorting through here. It's, to me, this whole thing is kind of weird, right? Because maybe this will be fine. If I was to put a vertical pipe through here, this might actually work out okay. Come to think of it, if I was to put a vertical pipe through here, would this actually all line up appropriately? I think it would. And then this would we'll just tuck this over here for right now, as we don't have anything else to do. And as a matter of fact, let's just make sure 100% that we have a like something like a bridge import pulling pipe fluid or gas off this pipe. All right, so we'll just stick it over here. And actually, you know what I might do is I'm gonna rotate that. I'm just gonna fold it back on itself right now. There we go. That way, this is the smallest amount of space. It'd be even better if it was right here, but whatever. Like, that's fine. And if it's not something that we care about, we'll just vent it out into the world for right now. All right, that works for me. Now that we also have plastic, I'm just realizing this now that we have high pressure gas vents. Let's just upgrade these because it makes this whole thing a lot easier to manage. Same thing with these. I actually think I'm gonna take these regular gas vents out. We're gonna upgrade these. And then let's put these steel pumps in as well. Okay. Yeah, this I think this might be, I don't know, this is interesting. I don't think, since we've never built a vertical filtration system, I think this will be fine. I like that it's tucked in behind this like block here. At some point in time, we might get angry because this is in the way of something, but that's okay. If we really needed to, we could move it out here and move the pipe out, and I kind of like this. This is interesting. The only thing is we need a way to get up and down over here, right? Because we're gonna have to build this. I guess that's the one downside to this. Okay. What else? This should be fine. Alright, cool. Well, we'll let them build that. That looks really nice. Somebody is stuck in peeing. Oh no, it's Lokrin. Lokrin is stuck, officially. Somebody come over here. We need this one to be built. Lokrin is stuck. Unfortunately, he's peed in his suit. And now everyone's gonna get to enjoy the fact that he peed in his suit when he takes his suit off and drops it all over the ground. Speaking of which, maybe we should make a couple of adjustments over here, shall we? Also, this is just personal preference. We don't need this, but I don't know. It looks more complete if there's a door there. All right, let's mop this up. Thanks, Lokrin. We appreciate your pee time. but at the same time we don't. And then I think what I'm gonna do is let's take out this this whole, like, our initial O2 system that we had put in for spinning up our atmosuits, right? We can go ahead and take all this out. This can all be deconstructed. Actually, just deconstruct everything here. Does that mean this pipe can come out of here? It can. This can be deconstructed officially. Isn't that something? And then we're gonna go ahead and take this airlock out. This can be dug as well. And then we're finally gonna deconstruct all of this. Now, in theory, this water should flow and fall into the fish pit. So I think that's okay. We have some power things that we need to do over here, don't we? Yeah, so like this power can come out of here. What else is on this power line? We're still super high at the moment. The amount of power that can be on that power line because we are feeding quite a bit extra in here. Okay, and yeah, so we are really codependent on getting this natural gas system all sorted out here. All right, so last but not least, let's go ahead and put in some high pressure gas vents here. And we're good to go. Good to go. So I think somebody's gonna totally jump down here and get stuck, aren't they? Why did they pick this of all things to do first? Oh, the priority system is amazing. Like, dear duplicants, why don't you work on other things? I don't know, that don't cause your life to be in jeopardy. Oh, also, we need to not put these tiles in, right? Because we're gonna need to spill some stuff in here. Here, let's take one of these out real quick. And we need to put a bottle emptier in here to spill a couple of extra things. All right, we'll queue these bottle emptiers up, and we'll start bringing up some crude oil while we're at it. You know, like that stuff can all get put in now. So we'll queue up some crude oil, enable auto bottle. You know, we'll start spilling. Actually, I'm gonna hold off on this because I want to make sure that these vents are put in first before we do it. You know. And then also, let's get all this stuff swept out of here. You know. Same thing within this area. This can all come out. And all this can get swept out as well. We're done building here, right? Yeah, it looks like it. All right, sweet. A couple other things that we need to get done. One, we need power. We're gonna need power up here as well. So let's go ahead and have that taken care of. And then we also need to make sure that we have the pipes put in for this. So this is gonna be for natural gas being sent out somewhere, and then this is going to be for chlorine, I'm guessing. So that can get done. We also need some extra pipes to get put in on this side in case we have another input source that we want to bring in from somewhere else on the map. And yeah, gang, this is looking really good. Since this is going to be natural gas, I'm just going to go ahead and hook this up. You know, I think that's fine. We have 4, don't we? Well, do we want to evenly distribute our natural gas across all the generators? It seems like overkill. I really hate it when I run them, like chain them like that. So this is basically going to prioritize the first one, and then it'll overflow into the rest. I guess that's okay. I mean, if we were gonna do it right, we should really distribute it evenly across all of them. Which I normally don't do. It's just something I thought of. If I was going to do it, what would it look like? We could put it here. Down, right. 1, 2. Oh, this is kind of Interesting. Okay, yeah, what? Let's try this. I've never done it this way. So then we're gonna basically use a bridge to distribute packets of natural gas evenly across all the different ones. So since the output port, the green output port can send to 4 different sources, what we'll do is we'll send 1 to this generator, 1 to this generator. This one we'll send all the way down here, and then this one send it there. Interesting. Yeah, I've never done it that way. Not sure how I think about that, but we're doing it. And then the other thing that we need to kind of do here is, let's change this a little bit. We need to sort out the CO2 that's coming out of here. So what we can do is we'll just connect it in with all this down here. This can just come right on down here and pop straight into our CO2, infinite CO2 storage that we're setting up. I think that seems okay. I'm gonna change this actually. Let's bring the natural gas down around, and then we'll bring it in there, and then this can just be for CO2 that needs to go into storage. All right, cool. Yeah, that seems fine. We'll try it out. We'll try something new. This is great. All right, guys, well, that about wraps things up for today's episode. A big shout out to all my subscribers and the people who donate to the channel to stream. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do this. If you are enjoying this series, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to be notified of future videos. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.